Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today, I want to present my individual assignment from subject Organizational Behavior for the Hospitality and Food Service Industry, HTC630. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nur Shah Binti Zakimin from PHM 2455A1. My topic is conflict. I want to show my table of content that I want to talk today. There are 4 parts. The first is definition of conflict. The second is difference of conflict. The third is type of conflict. And the lastly is the conflict process. Definition of conflict. Conflict is the multi-third because it is involved the interaction of the psychological and cultural content at the minimum. The conflict occurs at the various levels within the individual, between the individual, in a group, and between the group. In nature, conflict is the areas when people are unable to choose between the several options available to action team. When two people are in the conflict, it means their opinions, values, and goals are at the odds. Different of conflict. There are two different of conflict. The first is traditional conflict. Traditional conflict is organization has been viewed very negatively. It has been considered functional primarily because of the adverse effect it could have an organization performance and protectively. Conflict, according to the classical literature, is fundamentally universal and must be avoided. The second difference of conflict is the interactionalist. This can give a blissful, tranquil, and cooperative group. It will prone to become a static, apathetic, and unresponsive to need for the change. But it has the negative effect that functional competitive from the conflict support goal. First is task conflict. Task conflict was the positively related to group performance. Conflict wherein the company was negatively related to the group performance. It because a top of service not feel tried by the conflict in their organizational duties. So we can study that it also may if there are other type of conflict going at the same time. When task and interpersonal conflict according correctly, task conflict was likely to be negative, where two tasks of conflict was more likely to the positive when the task according alone. So, in the task of conflict, she must take alone to make success. Second of type of conflict is relationship. Relationship. We all study that occurs in the relationship, at least in the workplace, are also always the dysfunctional. Relationship conflict appear to the accurate personality clash and its hit mutual understanding, making it difficult to carry out the organization responsible. The most pathological training are the three types of the difference appear to the relationship concept. It's because they prefer to focus on the personalities. It's easy to see how the relationship issue may become toxic. We can achieve our employees' personalities to alert and we are more likely to feel insufficient to a result. The type of conflict is value conflict. Value conflict can develop for the base different in identities and value, such as the policy, religion, and more. We can see that it is the common for the competition to avoid discussioning policy and relation. We can see that it can give an influent and effective active program or we are ready to take a client which is this to it. Is the conflict process. There are 5 steps that we can use to manage this conflict. For the first step is the functional opposition. The second is solution and the personalization. The third is the intention. The fourth is behavior, and the lastly is outcome. So we can see that, for example, according a condition such as the communication will give to the perceptive conflict and feel conflict. It continues to the conflict handling intention, such as the competing. So it continued to the overt conflict. It was used for the party behavior or the other reaction. And the last stage is it will become a decreased group performance and decreased group performance. In conclusion, conflict processes are very important that employee must take serious. It is because it will make the employee are more successful in their workplace. That's all for me. Thank you.